guys, it's Felicia and I am filming this on Friday morning. I had done, oh, excuse you, I have a live audience today, you just can't see them. Anyways, I'm filming this on the day because obviously I'm supposed to post something today, and I had done a like makeup tutorial kind of thing, but I didn't like the way it turned out and I wasn't gonna put it out there just to put it out there. I wanted to make sure I was happy with the content, so I'm just gonna try that again. But for now, I wanted to post. So I want to say one of the very first videos I ever did was a video where it was 5 things my best friend didn't know about me, and I got the idea from a YouTuber named Connor Franta, and I think, yeah, I have his poster right here, and it's signed too. Anyways, I decided to do this because I feel like I'm so like, it's just this. Usually I'm not this close to the camera, but oh well. Basically, what I did is, when I did that video, I asked my best friend Victoria if she could send me 5 questions that basically she just never felt comfortable asking me, or she just never asked and she wanted to know the answer to. And I answered it right there and then, like as soon as I received the text messages, so I didn't get to like plan out or think about an answer. And it was raw and I really liked it. It was like, you know, just very honest. So I'm gonna do that again, but this time I'm gonna go ahead and I asked my friends Stephanie and Kiana, and I think I just asked them to ask me each like 2 or 3 questions, because if they each asked me 5, it'd be much like a longer video, and I'm not trying to edit all that in a hurry since I do need to post today. But I thought this was a really fun idea. They're really excited about it too, so I'm excited to see what they asked. I'm kind of nervous too because obviously I'm put on the spot and it took me forever to answer my questions last time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read those now. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Stephanie's first because Stephanie sent them in first, so let's just go for that. Let's see. Okay, number 1. What is your current goal or ambition at the moment? Okay. Of course, Stephanie. Okay, so I think right now, the place I'm at, it's kind of like I've been stuck. I've been stuck in this kind of rut, and I feel like I've been in this rut for too long. I think it's been like 2 years, 3 years, and I'm not happy with it, and I always tell myself like, oh, you're gonna get out of it, and then I never do, or I do a little and then I just fall back. You know, it's like 1 step forward, 10 steps backwards. So I'm really trying to get out of my comfort zone and to do things that would normally scare me or cause like anxiety or nervousness. So I'm really trying to get out of this little like safe bubble I'm in. That's a really good question though. Thanks, Stephanie. Okay, question number 2. Okay, let's do this. Who inspires you the most and why? Sorry, like I was saying, there are so many people in my life that it's hard to just pick one person who inspires me because they're all so different. You know, like Romeo, my younger brother, he's so outgoing and he's like, he has the mindset of someone who's so adventurous, and I love that aspect about him, and I aspire to be that kind of mindset at some point. And you know, my mom, she's the kind of person who, you know, she went to school already after raising Romeo and I, and you know, she's working at a clinic now and she's doing good things for herself, and that's also a very like wow thing for me. I remember I'm still so proud of her to this day, but in the very beginning I was so immensely proud that she was making the steps because she was so afraid to do it. So she's very courageous in that point. Yeah, I mean, my father, I don't talk about him much on here just because he doesn't like his life put on the internet, but all I will say is he's one of those guys that will always have people's back. You know, if you're his friend, there's no like there's no doubt in your mind that, you know, he'll always be there for you. And that's something that, you know, there's just so many amazing things about everyone in my life that I can't just pick one person. But if I could just be a mix of all of them, that would be great. Okay, her last question is, if you could be any living or dead, oh, okay, sorry. If you could be any person, living or dead, for a day, who would you be and why? If I could be any person for a day. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the first thing that came to mind because I'm trying just to give you the first thing that comes in my head. So what came into my head is, I think if I were to be someone for like 24 hours, I think I'd like to be the Queen. The Queen of England. I think I'd like to be her for a day. I don't know why. I have this like idealization, I guess, if that's even like, is that even a word? I think so. I would be awful at being such a proper queen. But yeah, there's just this thing about being royalty, and like I've seen a lot of things and read a lot of things about, you know, house rules and stuff, about, you know, proper mannerism and all that, and I love that. So yeah, I think I'd like to be the Queen for a day. Just, you know, see what she does. She seems like, even though, you know, everyone's like, oh, it's the Queen, you know, I feel like, you know, she has fun in her day too. So that'd be cool. I'm gonna go with the Queen. Stephanie, thank you for your questions. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you just do one take and you don't try and edit most of it. But thank you for that. I'm gonna go ahead and read Kiana's messages now. Let's see. She sent hers on Snapchat, so now those for sure, you know. I had to like hold off. I was like, I can't read them. I didn't do it with Steph's either, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay. Question 1. If you didn't have anxiety holding you back, where would you be and what would you be doing right now? Okay. I don't think I've ever really addressed like anxiety or anything like that in my YouTube videos, just because, like, I don't know, it was a thing that I don't want it to define me, but it technically is like one of the biggest things that stops me from doing most things I want to do in life. If I'm being like completely real and just like 100% honest with you guys, which, you know, I want to do. I want to be completely just real with you guys. Anxiety was a thing that I felt since I was a kid, but it wasn't something that I knew, like I didn't have a name for it, so it wasn't something I could define. But I'll go into that in a whole other video if you guys want me to. But basically it has stopped me a lot, especially within the last, you know, 3-4 years. So if I didn't have anxiety holding me back, where would I be and what would I be doing right now? I'd like to think that if anxiety wasn't an issue, I would be in college, maybe in like, I live in South Texas, so I think I'd like to be more, you know, in the central of the state, maybe like Austin or San Antonio. Yeah, and I would just be living my life, making friends every day, you know, going out and just having a good time, making memories and not having to worry about like anything really. That would be great. So yeah, I'd like to think that I'd be studying in a bigger city, far away from like the valley where I live, and just having a blast. That's what I would like to be doing. Question number 2. Do you ever wish you were born in a different place? Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. So it's getting darker now. Sorry, I can see in the screen that it's getting darker. I can probably try and... Okay. Sorry, I was trying to adjust the brightness, but on video it's much different and I don't have the best lighting in my room. But I'm trying to fix that. I'm just trying to save up for some like either ring lights or like light lamps, you know, tech stuff. Not even tech. Okay, do you ever wish you were born in a different place? Yes. All the time when I was a kid, I was raised so differently than most of the people in this area. Not that I was like proper, like higher than anyone else. That's not the case at all. I was very sheltered, and I didn't even learn how to ride a bike as a kid because my mom was like, no, you're gonna break a bone, don't do it. So, my parents were very overprotective. I definitely always thought like I was gonna be raised in a place that was like, I don't know, maybe more like farm style, more like outdoorsy. I don't live in like a big city or anything like that, but it definitely has changed throughout the years, and it's becoming more polluted and more like popularized. I'm trying to sound smart and then I just sound really dumb. It's getting more busy. And that wasn't something that I expected. I remember like, it's just a lot has changed. So yeah, there were definitely times as a kid that I was like, no, I don't like it here. But I didn't know anything else. As a kid, I did go to Lubbock, Texas during the winter time, and I absolutely loved it. I went to go visit some family over there, and it was like farmland. I remember I got to ride horses, and I even it was amazing, and you would go sit outside and you could see all the stars because there were no city lights or anything like that. In the home we were staying in, there was like what they said was a busy road, and you could probably see like 4 cars pass by throughout the whole night. And it's not like that here. Here, it's like car. It's just like nonstop traffic. So yeah, a calmer place probably would have been nice as a kid. I went on and on with that one, I'm sorry. And 3, do you like your name, and would you ever change your name? I really like my name. I like this idea of because names have meanings, and the person that is being named, I feel like you start to identify with your name. I remember reading somewhere that your name is your identity more than what people think. Nowadays, you just you're having a baby and you just go to a baby book and you're like, oh, this name. But that's the name that they're going to carry with them the rest of their lives, if they don't change it legally. But when you raise them, they start to become their name. I don't know if that makes any sense. I probably sound like a crazy person. It makes sense to me, but I'm kind of crazy, so. So my parents are Mexican American, as am I, and they wanted to name me something that was pronounced or was spelled the exact same way in English as it was in Spanish, since where I live there's a lot of Spanish speaking people. And so although I pronounce my name as Felicia Renee, if someone around here were to say my name, they can say Felicia Renee or they can say Felicia Renee. So it's spelled the exact same way, of course, sounds totally different in English and in Spanish. And if you Google Felicia, it means happiness, like feliz, and it goes way back in Spaniard times and stuff, which I think is really interesting, and I just feel like the name just sticks with me, and it's just something that I've joined forces with, if that makes any sense. So I can't see myself as any other name. When my mom was pregnant of me, she really wanted to name me Samantha, but my dad didn't like the idea because he was like, they're gonna call her Sam and Sammy, and they didn't want that for me. And now I have a name that literally no one gives me nicknames for. But it's all good. I'm not bitter or anything. Anyways, yeah, that was that. I really like my name, and I don't think I'd ever change it. That was it. That was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be so much more difficult. Thank you girls so much for sending me those questions. I was so nervous, but I'm glad I did this. I should do this again with different people. Like, it should be a thing. But yeah, I gotta go. The thing is already telling me that this clip is gonna end soon, so hopefully it's just one clip and I'm really good with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna edit this now and post it. And yeah, if you guys like, follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. Comment down below any videos you'd like to see me do. Give this a thumbs up because it makes me feel really good and it makes me know that you guys are liking the stuff that I'm putting out there. And I will see you when I see you. Bye guys.